Douglas Gretzler, heroin fiend, decide he's owed easy money. With sidekick Willie Steelman, he turns Tucson into a free fire zone. 9 college kids dead in one living room. 8 more victims on the run to California. And a crime scene so gnarly, the corner house got bulldozed.
Murder. 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 No no more. Y caramba. Murder. No no more.
So the people involved, Doug Gretzler, he was an Ohio dropout on a 6-bundle-a-day smack habit. His IQ was 122. Willie Littleman Steelman was his go-to guy. AWOL private from Fort Huachuca. He worships Bonnie and Clyde. Tim and Gretchen Gibson, UA med school couple. Tim tutors freshmen, and Gretchen waitresses the Zeta Pi diner shift. And they're the Elm Street crew. So we start with the Gibson house double murder.
Gretzler shows Tim a 357 and a parole sheet. Don't make this messy, he says. He forces a couple to kneel in the pantry. It's the smallest, quietest room. He shoots them both once and tries heroin in the living room while searching for cash. He scrawls, "Goodbye, Crew World," DG, on the fridge calendar. He steals Honda keys and 2 pounds of weed, $30 in a grocery jar. Well, Doug heard from a dealer, Drano Dan, that Tim Gibson flips ounces to dorm kids. Wrong house. The stash belonged to Tim's roommate who'd moved out a week earlier.
We move on to a 9-body Elm Street massacre. This is 1973. We start at 6:30. The Elm Street house party starts. Beatles bootleg White Album. It's spinning. 3 hours later, Gretzler and Steelman arrive on Weed Connect Ruse. Willie charms the host, John Yap, with Vietnam stories. Doug pulls a 357, because that's what he do. He demands, "Where's the Christmas tree?" That's slang for weed. Did you know that?
I did not.
They find 14 ounces only. That's quite a bit, right?
I mean, 14 ounces, that's a pretty big sandwich bag. Isn't it?
Almost a pound, right?
Right.
Herds 9 people to the basement rec room. Willie tapes their mouths, hog ties their wrists, and all kinds of shit with stage rope.
Kinky.
Doug lights the joint, one of those 14 ounces only, and he lectures, "We're the angels of death. Be cool, you'll wake up alive." He shoots each guest once behind the right ear. He reloads a 22 Derringer. I thought it was a 357. And he shoots again for echo. A little after 10:30, they spill the beer cooler over the bodies to destroy the prints. What? Steal $80 and a Panasonic Thriller stereo. Can you sing some Thriller?
'Cause this is Thriller.
That's enough. The victims found 36 hours later when the neighbor smells stale Coors mixed with blood metal stench. What a goddamn. Is he a hound dog? What?
Exactly. That's a hell of a scent you got.
God, he's either like nosy as shit.
Right. Fucking schnauzer on that guy.
God damn it. Sergeant Herb Parks assumes that marijuana Ripple alerts narcotics, but not the homicide analyst. Ballistics on the 357 failed to match the Tucson database. Gun was unregistered Army PX buy. The UA rumor mill explodes. Satanic killer quoting the Beatles. Are the Beatles satanic?
If you play him backwards.
Oh, hell.
After the Elm Street massacre, University of Arizona cancels all drama department evening rehearsals, and it pairs ROTC volunteers as campus escorts. Korean grocers shut the doors at 9 p.m. sharp. SAPD forms Task Force Sagebrush.
Sorry, that was just sound effects.
18 detectives 2 ballistic techs, and 1 campus liaison.
Yeah, so now we go to November 15th, the Desert Rose rest stop, I-10 Phoenix. Stanley Kelly, who was 19, car radio theft, 22 to the temple, and they robbed him of $7, man.
Damn.
God damn it. 5 days later at the Starlight Motel in Flagstaff, the clerk, Caroline Rader, she was shot through the motel lobby. Gideon Bible? You know about that?
I do.
Okay. They also got a $92 take off that. 6 days later, the Modesto Irrigation Canal, a hitchhiker, David Ramos, he was 17, duct tape, 2 shots, baby brother in car seat spared. What the fuck? There's a lot to unpack there that we don't have, right?
Right.
What do you mean? He was hitchhiking with his baby brother, or what the fuck?
Yeah, and in a car seat?
Yeah. And he was spared? Anyway, December, I know we're going in depth on this, white liberal ladies.
Ooh.
Sacramento B Street duplex, the brothers, Jim and Bob, and their last name's Judith. So Jim and Bob Judith, freshmen at, Cal Sacramento, they were found hogtied, shot, and their stereo's missing. So they steal the Panasonics, they steal your stereo. That's the thing. If you're not into music, you're probably pretty safe.
Right. But now we have to ask, back in 1973,
Yeah.
how far did $7 go?
Well, and how heavy were those stereos?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Good Lord, take you half a day to get those down.
Carrying like a sewer manhole down the fucking street. You know what I mean? Ballistic matched the 22 Encore rounds to Elm Street, 22 casings. The 357 Nikon primer also identical. CHP posts first interstate suspect filter describing hippie couple, blonde man, dark ponytail friend. Yeah.
So the media is focusing on the hippie look. Does that minimize the threat because he looks counterculture harmless?
This is in the 70s, right?
Right.
There's probably a lot of that shit going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody looked like a hippie.
Yeah.
So the task force data finally clicks. Menlo Park Police Department circulates pawn shop printout. The Judith stereo pawned for $60 by Will Steele. The thumbprint leads to Willie's AWOL Army file. The address list contains Tucson Flophouse, 693 West Congress. Douglas Gretzler is the last known occupant. The Composo photo lineup out December 7th. The waitress in Sacramento IDs the duo from breakfast tip left. Doug and Willie, see you around.
Here's the final chapter in their story. We're at the Glenwood Motors Motel siege. This is December of 1973. The SFPD plainclothes C10 VF microbus linked the Judas brothers, parked at room 107. 3 minutes later, SWAT stages. Negotiator Sergeant Don Pope on the bullhorn. Doug, Willie, you're surrounded. 3 minutes later, Willie tosses the Ruger 22 out the window and screams, "He's crazy, man!" Almost half an hour later, Doug fires 2 357 rounds through the door, hitting no one. Tear gas pops. And then half an hour after that, Doug exits, shirtless, syringe inserted. He yells, "My gun's hot, my soul's cold." He collapses. That was his big moment.
So inside room 107, there was 14 used syringes, 3 burnt teaspoons, 6 Polaroids of Elm Street bodies laid out. They called them their trophies. There was a spiral notebook that lists possible scores: bakeries, motels, Halloween costume shop.
And see, with those Polaroids, they had to go and shake them. You know what I mean? They took them and then had to...
Furiously for like hours.
Oh, yeah. For the trophies. They're like, oh, what's this look like? Because you don't know if you got the good shot or not.
Right, right. And then obviously if you didn't, you'd have to go back and take another one.
Yeah, you have to get the body out of the trunk, reposition it.
Right.
God damn, this would be a bitch. Gretzler on the transcript said, Willie froze. I was the finger man. He just drove. Is that innuendo?
Sounds like it.
Claims reading Helter Skelter in jail inspired the basement execution lineup for drama. The detectives bait him with fries and Coke. God, I'd be baited because I'm kind of junky.
Right.
I love that shit. You know what I mean? He sketches house plans for every murder. That's all it took. So they give him like a medium order of fries, a large Coke, and he just starts sketching out all of his shit.
Large Coke?
Yeah. No, not cocaine.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I know, man.
So for the courtroom theater, prosecutor John Munger wheels in 9 plywood silhouettes. They're life-sized to show the bullet trajectories. Gretzler sneers at eyewitnesses and he mouths, "Sorry, babe." Just fucking sneering. Jury indicates guilt via written note within like 50 minutes. Legally, they must wait till lunch. They return 90 minutes later.
That's a long-ass lunch. What'd they get?
Hi, boy?
Shoney's or something like that back in the 80s?
Yeah, Shoney's.
70s.
Yeah, Denny's.
Yeah. Gretzler nicknamed the... Shut up.
Fuck.
Gretzler is nicknamed the professor on death row. Yeah. And he teaches GEDs to all the homies. Yeah.
While he reads Sanskrit?
Yeah. Last minute clemency plea. He claims he found God. Yeah. We're all trying to find him. You know what I mean?
Where is he?
I asked Gretzler. He started a prayer circle. Governor Jane Hall denies him. He said, or she said, I don't know, pronouns. 9 young souls never got clemency. Yeah. Let's skip ahead to 1998, shall we? Execution. He walked unassisted. He walked on his own.
Would be what unassisted means.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know. Because we got a lot of, like, really low IQ'd listeners.
Right.
Yeah.
Words are hard.
Yeah. He winked at the warden. Right, that's when one of the eyelids come down. His final words, as outlined earlier. All right, so if you didn't hear what he said, then too fucking bad. Thanks, ChatGPT. His post-mortem toxicity, right? Diazepam from the pre-execution sedative. No heroin was detected in decades. Well, he was in jail.
Right. How the fuck do you get heroin in jail?
They said he's clean now?
In 1998.
Fuck. Hit us with that debate.
So do you think rehabilitation behind bars matter once 6 feet under is still the outcome?
Who gives a fuck?
Not me.
Elm Street White Album copy later auctioned for $8,000 to macabre memorabilia collector. Also, the nurse on execution IV team wore a mask. First time the AODCOC fucking T hid staff's faces after 97 threats. Now, that's not the number 97. That's 1997. What's your murder score for this motherfucker?
This dude and his partner, they both sound like a couple of fucking
Gays.
pussies. Like homosexual pussies. Because we can't say gay. We have to be...
I'll edit it. I didn't say it.
These faggot pussies. I give it a murder score out of... what's it out of? Give me a number.
I was thinking 69.
Out of 69?
Because these are gays.
Right. I give it
pussies.
a 0.2 out of 69.